You've likely heard of numerous hacks to help weight loss before. Taking cold showers, drinking more green tea, or including aloe vera or cinnamon in your diet are just some of the many ways commonly purported to do so. Indeed, there is evidence demonstrating significant effects from some of these, but the media often exaggerates the impact. Although the most frequently used hack of all, which you've also probably heard a lot about, is apple cider vinegar. But how is it supposed to work? And what does the research say about its effects on weight? Well, we've got your answers. But first, as always, please take note of the disclaimer. Apple cider vinegar comes from exactly where it sounds like it comes from: apples. To start with, apples are crushed and the juice is squeezed out. Then yeast is added to convert the sugars into alcohol. Once this happens, the alcohol is turned into vinegar by further adding a good type of acetic acid forming bacteria. Acetic acid constitutes about 4% of the overall makeup of apple cider vinegar. 95% of the remaining apple cider vinegar is water, and 1% is from carbs, so it does not contain dietary fat or protein. As such, the food has virtually no calories, with only about 22 calories per 100 grams. Apple cider vinegar is one of the three most common kinds of vinegar, but don't get it confused with the most common type, distilled white vinegar, that's probably sitting in your kitchen right now. Both are used in food preservatives, and you can also buy apple cider vinegar as a stand-alone product too. But apple cider vinegar is included in things like salad dressing and marinades instead, since it isn't as strong and retains a lot of the sweet and fruity flavour of apples. Now, when it comes to weight loss, instead of increasing your metabolism and the amount of calories your body expends, apple cider vinegar is proposed to work by improving your appetite and the amount of calories you consume. And there is evidence supporting this, at least in the short term. A 2022 systematic review evaluating the effect of vinegar or acetic acid on appetite included 6 short-term studies and 6 long-term studies. The results demonstrated that of the 6 short-term studies, 4 showed effectiveness for feelings of fullness. However, none of the long-term studies were able to replicate this effect. Therefore, more research needs to be done in this area before any conclusions about apple cider vinegar's efficacy towards satiety can be garnered, especially since effective weight management is a long-term game. Alternatively, what does the research on the link between weight loss specifically and apple cider vinegar say? The best study we could find exploring this was a 2018 clinical trial by Kesri et al., where 39 overweight and obese subjects were allocated to either a weight loss diet with 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar or just a weight loss diet alone. The results show that those who took apple cider vinegar lost significantly more weight than those who didn't, with an average additional loss of 1.7 kilos. While also actually improving their triglyceride, total cholesterol, and good cholesterol levels. Yet, similarly to the earlier studies, this one was only conducted over the short term, with a 12-week duration. And besides this study, there doesn't appear to be a meaningful amount of others showing a similar effect as it pertains to weight loss. Accordingly, the research on this subject currently needs to be more conclusive. Nevertheless, since it's pretty easy to implement into your diet, and because Hedy et al. In 2021 states that apple cider vinegar is a safe food for healthy persons, it may be worth including it in moderation, like the 2 tablespoons daily seen in the Kesri et al. Study, to see if you find it helpful. But keep in mind that no one food will help with weight loss if things like eating a healthy, balanced diet, portion control, and ultimately a caloric deficit aren't frequently adhered to. If you want to learn more about this by undertaking our evidence-based and results-backed personalized Plato weight management program, please click the link in the top right-hand corner of the video or follow the link in the description. Okay, so say you have your weight loss diet down and now want to try incorporating apple cider vinegar to see if you notice a slight reduction in the scale reading weekly. Well, just one thing to point out is that just because apple cider vinegar may be used in salad dressings or other foods outlined, it doesn't mean that these foods are always good for weight loss. Actually, quite the contrary. Some salad dressings, for instance, can be packed with calories at the same time, as manufacturers want them to taste as good as possible, so you'll keep purchasing them. Therefore, as a reminder, it's important to check the nutrition labels of foods you're unfamiliar with, even if you might perceive them as healthy food sources. If you want to learn more of how to read nutrition labels properly when losing weight, please check out our video in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Sticking with apple cider vinegar as a stand-alone product though, it's important to always mix it with water before consuming it, as it might otherwise burn your mouth or throat. And you don't have to consume the 2 tablespoons all at once either. You can spread it out between lunch and dinner, or however you prefer. Easy ways to include it in your diet is to just mix it in with your water, or use with a moderate amount of olive oil as a makeshift salad dressing. What have your experiences been with apple cider vinegar and weight loss? Have you any other recommendations of how to easily implement it into your diet? We'd love to hear from you in the comments section down below. Additionally, if you're new here, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel. So that has been our video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.